Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 17 Quarterfinals. Today, we're taking a look, sorry about readjusting my microphone only after that, so now you have to readjust your volume again. Today, we're taking a look at Lotus, Orbange, Chicken, the Nick team taking on Shadow Shaman, Swedish Shawarma, the Reedy team. And sadly, this specific game was spoiled for us by Princess live on air this week.
Smoke of the century. Let's see it.
With me here today is a Dr. Dota, Randy.
Yes, I'm here.
10 seconds remaining.
Here, and I know the Heimlich
5
maneuver,
seconds
so.
remaining.
There we go. See, everything all turned out perfectly.
Dire team back.
Except you had to adjust your volume again. Ha! That'll show you. Timber sub in.
10 seconds
I mean,
remaining.
J-Bay goes like 30-0 on this hero, even when it's a dog shit Timber game,
5
so I
seconds
don't know.
remaining.
It seems like a good band to me.
Dire team back.
Omni Knight ban. Interesting. Man, Nick running Omni Knight pause 3 like one time had a massively
Yeah,
profound
Nick went
impact.
30-0 on Omni that one time.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
There goes Sand King.
10 seconds remaining.
Voice chat wheel.
5 seconds remaining.
Targeting Nick. Very specifically here. I guess in fairness, Sand King ban gets both him and Otto. And Otto definitely would run pause 5 Sand King, steal half your last hits and lay with Sandstorm.
I don't know, 404 Sand King. 1.
Dire team back.
Pit Lord ban, okay. Looking at the Big Boiler Croy Pit Lord there. Not a guy you've really seen banned much this season. Or picked, for that matter.
Dire team back.
Pit Lord's not great this patch. His numbers are not too good, but he's certainly not bad. And it's very interesting to see how little attention
10
he's
seconds
gotten.
remaining. 5
I mean, he's
seconds
over 50 because
remaining.
she was guard. That's
True.
basically the only reason.
Well, he's one of those
10
heroes
seconds remaining.
where his use in pubs is a lot different than his use in more organized games. You get the Pit Lord, the Fiend's Gate,
Radiant
in a
team
more organized match is a very different tool, you know? You know, in pubs you'll have these Pit Lord games where you literally never ult at all. For example, that
10
doesn't
seconds
exactly
remaining.
happen in
Dire team pick.
Yeah, I've never used that spell.
games look like this. First pick techies.
Okay.
Stealing it from Pages, who's taking the role of the pause 5. You know, Reedy's gonna end this season having not at any point had, like, a regular pause 5. Like, his actual pause 5 left week 2, and he never got a full-time replacement. If they win this season, it's gonna be fucked up. 4 people get medals.
Radiant team back.
It could happen. Literally all it takes for a terrible team to win the entire season is their mid to get hot at the right time.
There you go. And here's Lion. Could be Pages, could be
10
Reflexy,
seconds remaining.
who did ask for no wall chat before the
5
game this
seconds
time.
remaining.
Yeah. Great. At least there's
Radiant
that.
team back.
That's true. You think Reflexy watches these? I think there's about a 0% chance.
Probably not.
That's good. Pretty much, outside of that Pit Lord ban, everything going on J-Bay so far.
Dire team
Like,
back.
the second we said anything modestly negative, he would have an aneurysm.
Dire
So
team
Probably.
maybe for its own health that he shouldn't watch. Yeah, sorry, I had to go type that to in his DMs.
No, actually, Kitty was just telling me that she could take on a 350-pound man in a fight
Oh,
and win.
take on a Rubik in a fight and win. Probably, it's a pretty squishy hero.
Ten seconds remaining.
Don't worry, we'll get the answer here.
Radiant team pick. Alchemist.
There's the
Auto
Auto
Alchemist.
Alchemist.
Classic.
I don't think it's lost so far this season.
That's about to, apparently.
Yeah, that's true. That's slightly unfortunate that we know the outcome, isn't it? Oh well, I mean, you know the outcomes of all the games this week. I'm pretty confident there's that.
5 seconds
The ones that we're watching, I guess, in other words, I didn't know the outcome to one series.
There goes the PL.
Dire team pick.
And here's Mr. Flavor of the Month himself.
Flavor of February.
Yeah, it's Flavor of last month, really.
Still pretty flavorful. It's not a fiesta flavor anymore. It's just like a little hints of flavor.
He still got pretty close to 100% PB in LD2L though.
5 seconds remaining.
In fact, I think actually in the last two, like in quarterfinals in week 7, he did have 100% PB. Maybe not week 7, but certainly quarterfinals. And there's Darkseer, Big Boy LaCroix Darkseer. I guess he must have watched that video where I was begging and pleading on my knees for it. It's a little scuffed to see the Darkseer picked up against a lineup where you don't really have anything he's good against so far.
5 seconds
I guess he's good
remaining.
against the DK and Elder Dragon form, that's kind of it though. And I feel like that's definitely a big commitment to like a maybe kind of counter, you know what I mean? Like DK can very easily end up in a situation where he doesn't really care about that.
DK counter. It's like 55% against DK or something.
Oh, there you go.
Because when he's ulted, it's like some weird interaction with the Mage Slayer, I believe.
Oh, there we go. It's a positive win rate due to a glitch, so God knows if it's even still the case.
It's not a glitch. It's just that his illusion's own.
There you go. So we previously asked Kitty if she could take Rubik in a fight and win. Kitty said no. Said that
Wow.
it would seem kinda gross, so she would forfeit.
Radiant team pick.
I don't know what's so
Sad.
gross about Rubik. Here's Drow Ranger. Okay, so this is the worst DK game in the history of the universe then.
Yeah.
You got two supports that do a lot of magic damage. You've got Darkseer, who've got the Ion Shell for him and the Wall for him, and now you've got Drow Ranger, which is just a comically bad
10
matchup for him.
seconds remaining.
Okay, so I've consulted the numbers, and
5
DK
seconds
is
remaining.
Darkseer's second best matchup.
Oh,
First
who's
best
number
is
one?
Medusa.
Nice.
Which is, I mean, that one's self-explanatory.
Very interesting. Does seem like in my head that it should be good, but it shouldn't be his second best matchup. Question is really, you know, how does he stack against like the rest of the lineup? He is a soft ban for a lot of pause ones. There's just a lot of guys you really can't pick into him. You're just, you know, like you pick the Spectre into the Darkseer, and you're just asking for your whole team's dick to get beat off.
Radiant team banned.
Yeah.
That's kind of one of them, unfortunately.
You can't pick Radiance pickers in a Darkseer. I don't know. A little weird. Or Radiance builders, I guess.
That's certainly a hero you can't really pick against Darkseer. I mean,
Somebody you can blink on top of the Drow and then get stunned twice and then die.
10 seconds
yeah, there you go. Somebody who can
purchase VKB.
somebody who can
5 seconds
blink on top of the
remaining.
drow and then get pulled into the Dark Seer wall, and then the fake Wraith King and the fake Dragon Knight can kill everybody on the Radiant, and that's it.
Dire team back.
So as Wraith King, you need like 20 items in this game already. You need a Blink,
Radiant
you need a
team
BKB, you also need Radiant's Armlet, because this hero doesn't function without those items. You probably need Shard. Like, I don't know. It's looking like a weird Wraith King
Yeah,
game.
you definitely
Every
need
item
Shard,
he's
'cause
buying is something that he's forced to buy. Like, he can't have any luxuries.
He has to get the Shark because there's a lion on the other side.
5
You know,
seconds
mana drain,
remaining.
it kind of does that. It's pretty bad for him, as it turns out.
It's like a pretty miserable position to be in as a carry when you have no luxury space. Like, every item is a forced item.
I don't even think he's that good against a Drow, honestly. I feel like even at his peak, he kind of doesn't do enough damage that he... Like, I guess maybe the idea is that DK and Wraith King, the two K guys, blink on Drow's head at the exact same time, more or less, and just kill her in the span of the 2 stuns. But,
5
like,
seconds remaining.
you've got a Dark Seer! That's not happening! You've got Rubik and Lion, that's really not happening either. I mean, Rubik, even if you have the BKB for the Rubik and Lion, you still don't really have the ability. I mean, Dark Seer walls this game are going to be pretty awkward. It's kind of hard to see a situation in which 2 guys are naturally in a position where you can just vacuum them up together. Okay, Snapfire, bottom 10 hero, I think still. It's going to be awkward to see a situation... Wait, what do you mean Snapfire? Is that going to be mid-snap?
It's mid Dragon Knight.
Going to be pause 3
Offline
snap?
Yeah.
Okay.
10 seconds remaining.
Alright. But, as I was saying,
5 seconds remaining.
it's like, it's gonna be hard to see them naturally getting together on the offensive for a big wall of illusion, but, like, if they try to go all in on Drow, it is super easy to get one set up and punished for it. It is like, it's a wall. It's literally a wall. You can't get past it, right? Like,
Laning 2 swishy sports in a Drow Ranger Lion lane, or Drow Ranger Rubik lane. I wonder why they lost this game. What a mystery.
we'll find out in 20 seconds. Who'd we get? Dawnbreaker mid, okay. Not what I expected, but just another reason you can't easily just drop the whole world on top of Drow's head.
Wraith King would like for this game to be blink on top of Drow and kill her within 2 crits, and now you can't do that. So
Well,
I don't
I think what it really is Wraith King and Dragon Knight as an institution would like to kill Drow by blinking on her and killing her in the span of the 2 stuns. I think even in the most optimistic situation, blink stun kill in 2 crits
that
is
5 stuns to be
like,
fair, but
pretty optimistic. That's true. But the point still stands. I mean, they have 5 stuns, but how many are going to be able to actually follow? Like, it's not like you're going to very frequently get into the position where, like, the Alchemist can actually reach the Drow Ranger. That's like blink daggers and the techies only. I guess later on in the game, Snapfire can gobble up, spit him out. There's that.
simply gobble up or cookie. Easy.
There you go. But the problem is you know, even in the most optimistic version of that the world for Wraith King, he still kind of struggles to do that. You know, the thing about Wraith King is that it's almost hard to notice this, but his damage output isn't actually very good comparatively, even with his crits. You know, he's still really going to be doing less damage than most other contemporary pause 1s in a similar amount of time, unless he gets, like, super ballin'. The real deal is that, everybody's speaking Chinese at me. The real deal is that, oh my god, just over and over and over. The real deal is that he lasts so long in a fight that doesn't really matter. He's going to outlast pretty much every pause 1, for the most part.
No all chat, please. Orbange won't even push that line. Alright.
It's true. Maybe
Oh,
he's
God.
figured out how to get rid of that. But going for a first blood here, it's a little optimistic to be honest with you. Gonna be very dependent on this lion, who's not really in the position to do. Yeah, they're just backing out. Not a bad idea. It would be pretty surprising to see it go any. They gave Reflexy Rubik. Be pretty optimistic to see it go any other way, to be honest with you. They really didn't ban. You guys are so afraid of JBay, you didn't think about banning? Okay. No, nothing wrong with that. Randy, do you see anything wrong with that?
Wrong with what? What's getting banned?
Hey, Randy, pop quiz. Are you ready? What hero is like half of Reflexy's games? Like almost legitimately. Pop quiz.
Is it line? I guess it's line.
No, it's Rubik.
I feel like I've seen him play Lion more than I've seen him play Rubik.
That's true. In LD2L, it usually gets banned for some weird reason, but if you look at his stats, it's like a huge disproportionate amount of, this is still happening, huh? Alright, I guess this is a patch issue.
How?
Well, either way, with that being said, it seems like nothing terribly interesting is gonna kick us off here. So, here comes the best part of any cast, the roll call. Oh, that's not going to be anything interesting. Pause 1 for Lotus Orbange Chicken. You have Evolution Pyro on the Skeleton King. Pause 2, you have Chobro on the Dragon Knight. If this is the end of the road for the neck team, if it really is the choke of the century, then he never got a pro name. Pause 3, you have Nick on the Snapfire, captain of the team. Pause 4, Ghouls on Rip Reflexy? What happened? Okay, he just takes the both. Yeah. I mean, that's really just down to he takes both of the stuns, and that's alone enough to kill him, which is a little unfortunate. Anyway. Pause 4, you've got Ghouls. Spooky on the techies. And pause 5, you got Otto von Bismarck on the Alchemist. On the other side of the coin, for Shadow Shaman Swedish Shawarma, the Reedy team. Pause 1, you got captain of the team, the man himself, Reedy, on the Drow Ranger, about to die. Pause 2, you've got J-Bay on the Dawnbreaker. Pause 3, Big Boy LaCroix on the Darkseer. Pause 4, Reflexy on the Rubik. No all chat, please. And pause 5, standing in for absolutely nobody, is Peaches on the Lion. Not rocking that Code Line team.
Peaches, they're a permanent player, no?
I asked, and the answer was maybe.
Okay.
It would be funny if she got drafted to the Code Line team and then won the season on the Reedy team. So what BBC did. So far, lane phase has been pretty firmly in Lotus Orbange Chicken's favor. The only person who's really down for last hits comparatively is the Snapfire. The DK and the Dawnbreaker more or less at the same place. Though Dawnbreaker is starting to pick it up here. Which I guess isn't that surprising. I think Dawnbreaker is like, for melee mids, is like underratedly bad matchup for a lot of them. Like, what? I look away from you guys for 1 second.
What's going on? How is Route dying in this lane? He's just... okay. There's Reedy for the kill.
Yep. Got more money for the kill than the techies got for killing him. So there's
because you don't need to be this aggressive as a draw in this lane. I mean, I know you're gonna win the game anyway, but if you're seeing two support heroes in your lane, like literally what happens if you super passive this lane? Like Snapfire gets farmed. Oh boy, that's really scary.
Yeah,
just-
one of
just
the worst
AFK
win
and
rate
hit
heroes in the entire game is getting farmed. Oh no.
AFK and hit creeps. That's all you need.
Anyway, so hopefully now I can talk about this Dawnbreaker thing I wanted to mention in peace. We're seeing a little bit of action involving that now. It's like, this skill is like such a pain in the ass for melee heroes. You're guaranteed going to take at least 2 ticks of this, more or less, in addition to the initial hit, right? Like, the Starbreaker is pretty annoying to deal with if you're relatively slow, which most mid heroes that are melees are. And of course, Luminosity just means that even if, you know, you pick a melee guy because he's gonna trade well, he's gonna be able to be tanky, and, you know, Starbreak or Luminosity is just going to be a turn on Wars of Attrition, right? Like, the longer the fight goes on, you know, she's just regenning as much as you are. You're not winning the trade. So DK, who really doesn't have anything to offer at mid besides being tanky and getting last hits easy, you know. Not in the best, not in a great scenario. Also sucks for guys like, you know, like the Tiny, for example. Something I had a long conversation with somebody about one of the recent seasons, like how bad that matchup is. Drow Ranger.
Reedy, why are you so aggressive? Just AFK. You don't need this. You're playing the way they want you to play. Please, sir.
Nick does go
Beg
down
of you.
for it, but it is probably not really going to be considered to be worth it by anybody's count. And once again, Reflexy having some real difficulties. Oh, he even lost his carrier set. Having some real difficulties, like, surviving in this lane. Big boy LaCroix, they're actually diving towers for him. Reedy is going to show up down here. Holy crap, this is the most aggressive pause 1
Reedy,
gameplay.
what do you think you're playing, dude? You think you're playing like Night Stalker Pause 1 or something? What's going on?
Almost gets auto.
I mean, I can't blame it, you know? It's what he needed to do, apparently.
Yeah, I guess, well, I mean, I guess the real answer is going to be, you know, did he win because of this? Did he win in spite of this? You know, we don't know all the answers. I didn't even know what the draft looked like.
That's true.
Did JB not notice the regen here? It's a little unfortunate. He just let DK get his entire mana pool back for nothing. They're switching. Big boy's just the pause 1 now.
Interesting.
You no longer.
I feel like that's not good for Drow, but
Radiant
sure.
structures are fortified.
I mean, I guess if
there
she's
is
getting
nothing
hammered.
real.
Is under attack.
I mean, the good news is that DK.
He wouldn't be getting hammered if he
Dire's
didn't do what he was
structures are
doing.
fortified.
I
That's
don't
true.
know.
I mean, the good news is that she lanes pretty well against this guy, and he's owning his lane too. So, you know, might
Yeah,
as well.
but top you can. The thing is, top lane you can get away with AFKing and just hitting creeps, just being his like passive farmer. In this lane, if you AFK, the great thing is also gonna farm. So I don't know.
Well, he doesn't want AFK. He wants
That-
to. He wants to
That hero,
use Q
that
on the
hero
enemy.
you don't match up well against that hero either. Like,
Gust. Oh, she didn't even need to. What the hell? Rubik has to TB back after taking Wisdom. Otto immediately started running there the second that he notices 7 minutes. But yeah, I guess it makes sense if he doesn't want AFK creeps. If his dream in life for whatever reason is to literally just hit Q on the enemy core every single time she can, that's a lot better of a strategy against Skeleton King than it is against Snapfire. So there's that.
yes.
You know, you gotta live in the world of real politic, right? Gust! No, you fool! You could have made him blow himself up. It would have been funny. And also,
Does he know to press his Q on creeps to get the 25 extra damage? It's a real test of a Drow Ranger player.
No, he would never do that. Lion, pretty dead.
Yeah.
Oh, Dawnbreaker coming in.
Okay. Maybe not. J-Bay
Wants
is
this
here.
free kill on the techies. We're gonna get it.
Dire's
No
middle
fuss.
is under attack.
Paige is laning with the person that she would have lived with in the alternate reality where Lion did what I advised him to do.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
So getting a taste of the sweet life, you know? Getting a taste of that alternate reality. The Dawnbreaker's not still here. Look at these guys. Oh my god.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Poor Big Boy LaCroix. These guys are just owning here. Holy crap. This is going to be another kill. Look how fed my Snapfire is. She's 3-1 and 2 on a bottom 10 hero. What the hell?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Let's check that happening. Okay, that was a very, very long delay when I clicked that button.
Dire's top
Everybody using all their favorite voice lines. Okay, so Troy does most of that. Rubik kind of does the typical anti-mage teamfight contribution. As is traditional.
Secure the kill. What can you do?
Yeah, that's what we're calling it, huh? A little bit of hedges like tapping it out there to make sure everything is still going. It is. Aetherland's coming up soon on the Lion.
Well, you get flamed for doing this a year ago, buying Tranquil Boots in the Netherlands.
Yeah. Dawnbreaker just got a DD and has her ult. Definitely could see something interesting come out of this. Contrary to what you might expect, Drow Ranger actually has gotten considerably more CS now being down here than she ever did at top.
Because he's setting creeps, I guess. I don't know.
There you go. J-Bay, it's popped to this DD. Popped it perhaps a little early. Nobody nobody is actually ready to go. I think, yeah, they saw J-Bay get that double damage, so now everybody on the team is playing as carefully as possible. Except the Wraith King
As
has
you
2
do.
lives. Ah, sad. It's been pretty rough. Oh, okay. Been pretty rough going for Big Boy LaCroix so far. It's not very often you see Darkseer at the bottom of last hit's chart at the end of the lane, but today is the day. No kills, no, just 1 assist, 2 deaths. A little rough, to say the least. Oh, okay, that was a nice interception.
Nice.
And then Paige just turned the banner creep into a fish. So she did something cool and then immediately followed it up with the least cool thing ever.
That was on purpose of mentally booming the enemy.
That's true. It's ironic, you know, it's the Reedy team mentally booming people. It's kind of the opposite of how the season has gone for them for the most part.
Yeah. It's crazy.
You know, I do gotta say, I do feel like this is probably the least likely game of the entire season to actually be watched by anyone who's that. Okay, Dragon Knight gets bounced the wrong way, he's also naked. Lexi's gonna TP in, perhaps assuming that one of these fake DKs was the real DK. Hey, they're wearing clothes, what's the deal with that? Drow Ranger has decided that she's had enough of being an offlaner and now wants to go back to mid. taking a
He's
worldwide
It's
tour.
not bad, actually.
Taking a worldwide tour. So is Wraith King.
bottom tower is under
Taking a worldwide
Yeah,
tour of
it's also
the
not bad.
territories. Big Boy LaCroix, on the other hand, is lower level than Lion. Very sad.
That is bad.
Yeah, 6 at least. So all you really need on Narcs here is that level 6. And then some money, you know, money is also very good. Russian straight for Ags here in this game, which is quite interesting.
Auto.
Yep, Otto von Bismarck going down. Dragon Knight. Man, they're putting everything they have into getting rid of this Drow Ranger, 20 HP!
Like this.
She's got corrosive
Boy.
puff on! She died!
Oh, okay.
She had her Iron Branches in her inventory. If she had that Iron Branch out, she actually lives that.
Is under attack.
That's so messed up!
I mean, it's a hindsight thing because you can't
True.
swap it in at that moment. But yeah,
It's very sad. At least they get their revenge kill on the techies. Still kinda not good though. Really, the net worth charts here doesn't really match the CS charts at all. The Skeleton King is in first
yeah,
here, he's in
hero
second on the
forms
season.
existing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Skeleton King is first on the net worth charts. Drow and Darkseer are pulling way up the back. They're just having as bad of a game as they could have so far. You know, the good news for Darkseer is... Oh my god, look at this giant stack. The good news for Darkseer is that Patience is about to stun the stack and get all the creeps in it, see? That, you know, in a game that looks like this, when I was saying all he really needs is 6, I was not really exaggerating saying that. Like, legitimately about all he needs to have a good game is just, they go on Drow, he puts up a wall. Right? Be awesome to have a better Drow.
That's one problem. We leveled it at 7, I guess, or 8. Or you didn't level it at 6.
That's true. But the point still stands that all he really needs to do is just get that wall up. Now, higher levels of the wall, even better, you know? That's even nicer. But all he really needs... Is it really all that nice? It's kind of... Yeah, whatever. Higher levels of the wall, even nicer, but like even just one level of the wall makes it so much harder to do what they want to do, for the Radiant to do what they want to do in this game. You know, it's going to take some coordination to make that actually, like, count. Doesn't matter if the wall is a great way to stop people from hitting Drow, if every time it would be useful, they're the entire map away from each other. Don't get me wrong, but... Not too bad, not too bad. He changed his mind on the Ags? No, he's actually still going for it, which is interesting. Definitely feel like if you're in this position as a Darkseer, going after the Ags is super duper ambitious, even if it is super duper good here. I feel like something smaller is going to help at least keep you on the map is quite a good thing to have.
Halfway. It's not like he's like 100 gold and his first item isn't out yet. He's halfway. It's
true.
not bad.
Problem is, it's going to be hard to like actually utilize for a while when he even does get it out. It's going to be hard for him to actually like get in people's faces and do the normal punch. Weird as that may sound. No blank dagger and all that. It's a little hard, and so many stuns as well. Bullion is farming too. He actually is kind of in danger of dying here. No, he's gonna be fine. J-Bay coming in.
Okay. Yeah. The Dawn Ring there is gonna ruin this.
Here comes artillery, but this artillery is...
The protests.
Yeah, not the best looking artillery I've ever seen. Actually gonna likely get Nick killed for trying. If he just walks away, oh no, that was actually a great combo there. Unintentional probably, but Lion drained all of Snapfire's mana in the right after she did the ult, so she couldn't use any other skills, so now Rubik guaranteed gets it. Evolution Pyro realizes that that might not have been the play, unfortunately. Man, that Effie line could really tilt the hell out of Reflexy if it came out at the right time.
What Effie line? All I know is sorry and oh, okay. Yeah.
Anyone know this guy? Anyone know or care that this guy is here? Okay, somebody cares now.
Okay.
A little
Reedy
bit.
cares.
Reedy cares. His
Reedy
team's
cares enough
kinda...
to scratch the hood. And JB cares enough to murder him.
Yep. The Dragon Knight comes in. Oh my god, the artillery!
Oh man, that's unfortunate.
Yikes. Snap's coming in from the back, wants to show Reflexia how to do it. Oh, dodged the gust.
Oh, he got hacked. Not like this.
Wow, look at that lion stun. Gets both members of the former cumulative offline. The Techies goes down like nothing. Dragon Knight with the absolutely... If I had to say what's going through my mind, like what's gonna happen in your games every time you pick DK, it is this, baby. This is what the average DK game really looks like.
Radiant's bottom tower.
That's the absolute nightmare scenario for him, and it just came as true as it ever could.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
He's getting himself a Manta style, but he's really gonna need BKB minimum for that to not happen to him. He's in a very awkward spot here. At the very least, Skeleton King came back up with his Radiant, so there's that. Also has his Blink Dagger queued, so, you know, that's going to be one guy that's going to be able to jump on Drow's head. So unfortunate. It's like, you need the Mage Slayer to have, like, any impact as the DK. Like, you cannot not get this item. And you also need the BKB to be able to, like, fight without just dying or, God forbid, killing your whole team. And you also need the Manta style. And you also need the Blink Dagger. I mean, just like you were talking about with Skeleton King earlier during Big Phase, Dragon Knight doesn't get any luxuries. And buddy, that's a hero that feels like he's starving if he doesn't have luxuries. Like, if Dragon Knight just can't get some kind of funny item that he really wants to pick up, right? Really kind of sucks for him to just be, like, pigeonholed this badly, to be this predictable.
He needs a helmet, that's what he needs.
There we go.
He's looking a little rough.
Yeah, his will isn't iron enough, his bald spot is showing to the world. It's not a great situation. Drow Ags is out, going for Hurricane Harbor Pike next. Everyone's looking for J-Bay, but J-Bay is very difficult to look for right now, being invis. Never mind. Dire is lining up here. Sort of formation to fight. I don't know if they really want to, though. It's a tantalizing fight, but their vision here, they're getting, like, completely dogpiled for vision here. Like, the Radiant is owning them. At least Trow got that Observer Ward, I guess. They didn't know that DK was basically bluffing, he was just alone there. They didn't know that money was even changing hands. Big Boy's still at the bottom of the net worth chart. He's going for the Blink Dagger at least. The one aura, I guess, technically. I mean, it's not even an aura until it becomes Shifa's, so the 0 aura Darkseer build, quite an unorthodox way to go about it, I must say. Guess it makes sense. I mean, this is a patch where auras don't mean anything, so. Dragon Knight pulling support duty over here. Look how close the Techies is to that, right? Like, surely it should be him. Oh, well. Speaking of surely it should be him. Hello? Nobody cares? Nobody wants to be wise? Randy, you consider yourself a little bit of a wise man, right?
Yeah.
That's surprising to hear, actually. Would you take a Wisdom Rune if you were playing Techies in this game?
I wouldn't pick Techies in LD2L, but for sure.
There you go. Seems to me like if you were in LD2L, you would pick Lifestealer one time anyway. You know, if you're talking about things you wouldn't pick in LD2L, it's 98% of the roster right now.
I'll pick Spectre. Arc Warden.
You would just pick Spectre, don't kid yourself.
Spectre, Arc Warden.
Dire's top
I guess
tower.
Drow, I don't know.
You would pick Spectre and a Spectre got banned to a DC. First
Gargoyle.
Tormentor going down. Gonna get that cool self and friend telekinesis, which is just another thing that's quite annoying to deal with if you're the enemy team thinking about just dropping the whole world on Drow. J-Bay in a lot of trouble here, holy crap. Wow, goes 100 to 0 there through all of the spells being used. There was a single, I guess there was 2 TPs in on that. The support line did TP, but it was unfortunately super late. The, as I was saying though, the Rubik Shard, just another annoying thing to deal with the Drow Ranger. So now even if you do get the ultimate situation where you do just get on her with everything you've got, the Rubik can still just telekinesis her away, and at least buy her a little bit of distance, you know?
The thing is,
Oftentimes, that's enough.
You can't let Drow Darkseer happen if you're drafting, because like almost literally every Drow counter is countered by Darkseer.
Yeah,
like
pretty much.
Spectre, Phantom Lancer, like Faceless Void.
And notably as well, it's like the big deal is that it like counters conceptually how you want to kill Drow, right? Like the way you want to deal with Drow is that you want to blink on top of her head and get rid of her, and Darkseer is so good at punishing that gameplay. Like, even if it wasn't for the literal, like, counter matchups, which are pretty good anyway. Oh, nice. Just walking right past the techies, holy crap. First, BKB out for the Snapfire. That was her 9-second BKB and it didn't even do anything. Sad.
It didn't last for 9 seconds. What can
Yeah, you can say that again. Ghouls is gonna leave a little minefield as everybody starts chasing him next. Doesn't get that far though. Oh, Big Boy LaCroix! Big Boy LaCroix! Oh my god, that's one of their mines. Okay.
Yeah,
Holy
so
crap.
mine.
Oh my god, that's so scary. They should really give that a different model, huh? At least make it like a green version of the mine. I mean, that's gonna confuse people. Make them think green mines are back, but at least something, you know? Make it look like just a little Rubik's Cube. I don't know.
Imagine green mines in this patch, dude. Holy shit.
Imagine trying to push this top lane and the creep wave is here. Sad. At least T1
Like,
doesn't have no backdoor.
for something game, you would literally get 200-minute techies games.
Yeah, not like on occasion, like average.
Yeah, every techies game, yeah. Thank god that's not a fucking game.
But even without the Darkseer necessarily, as I was talking about earlier, you know, that Rubik, you just telekinesis a friend, right? 35% longer throw range, of course. It's already got a pretty good throw distance, right? Think about the same like the throw distance is pretty similar to the actual telekinesis range. So, the you know, you get the Wraith King blinks on top of her head and starts like hammering away, and halfway through the first crit, Rubik picks her up and throws the Drow Ranger like an even longer distance away, right? Like, that sucks. Makes it even harder for more friends to show up and deal with her. Makes it even harder to kill her before the BKB comes out, or what have you. And speaking of BKB, it's nearly up now. Radiant doing Roche! I don't know exactly who they intend to get this, but they're doing Roche.
Dragon Knight.
Yeah, looks like it. Hasn't really died. It's an interesting decision to say we need to get this right now. I guess they're really more worried about it falling into the Dyer's hands here. Nope, it's gonna be Evolution Pyre. He wants a third life. Okay.
Okay, that's something for career, I guess.
Fascinating. I am not the biggest fan of that, to be honest with you. Somebody circled the entire Dyer team there. I believe it was Reedy, who's saying, we're all here.
Get 3 chances to go Drow. What's bad about that? JB? Alright.
It was fine. This DK guy, I don't know if you noticed, but he's secretly pretty bad at actually doing any damage. Wait, what did I just... Oh, a DK illusion stepped on that, okay. God, that's so confusing. That is so whack. Please change the design of the Rubik mines. This is a demand, not a request anymore.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Rubik
attack.
takes the weird techies taser thing. I don't think anybody likes. Okay, gonna be using his Aegis here to just push down this tower, or at least try to, but a glyph and some TPing allies make him think twice. No?
Is under attack.
Okay, now he's
Not
thinking
thinking
twice
twice.
about it. Now he's like almost gonna
Oh,
die,
brother.
in fact. Walks into the
Please don't
Ancients.
die, sir. Okay. That's kind of insane.
Yeah, kind of
Working
is.
out. My raking was here though. You have 3 lives, 3 lives. Okay.
He's just getting killed on the sidelines, so that's life number 1. That's life number 2.
Such an awfully called fight. What's happening?
Oh. He's gonna do it with life number 3! No, he's not.
Okay, that's a grief.
Yeah, very interesting. At least DK is fast as hell and is gonna get away with this. They're still kinda chasing him, but he's so fast.
The problem there is that he was like that low in the first place. I don't know why exactly he was low. Maybe some like armlet toggling
The reason he was that low is because Drow Ranger
goofery.
just blew up a wave he was standing next to and took off like half his HP before anything happened.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Pretty unfortunate. I mean,
That guy just needs BKB. It's as simple as that. And he's not even thinking about it, but he's only just now thinking about it, and it's pretty late. Like his gauntlets. He wants to punch people too. Everybody's getting pung. You want to go uphill here. Darkseer still has low evolution. This kid gets so ugly so fast. This is so dangerous, but they're not letting. They're leaving because they don't have the lion there. Sad. They might not have a choice. Going in on the Darkseer, the wall comes out, doesn't actually get anybody, but what does that matter? Wraithkey's gonna die again! He didn't even get his ult off cooldown! This time, they are not gonna let this DK fella get away.
that's the GG well played.
That was crazy. That was like, the Reedy team was so afraid to take that fight. They got dragged into it. It was a good go on Lotus Orbange Chicken. They even wasted the wall. The wall of illusion didn't do anything. It completely missed. No, it got Alchemist. It like made an outclump. That's it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They got as good of a go as they could possibly get, and they lost 5-0 in a 4v5.
I mean, like the vacuum was the important part.
The
of that
vacuum was
fight.
very good, yeah.
Like the vac into the Dawnbreaker queue is like the reason they won that fight.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's just like that. There was so many ways that could go worse. That was like as bad of a go as it can get, almost, for Dire. Outside of like, you know, Drow is alone in the middle of nowhere or something stupid like that. But like, it was horrific. It looked like your worst nightmare come true, and it was completely fine. Look at this Wraith King just die. He's made of nothing. He's made of cardboard. This is the least tanky Hi, Dragon Knight. This is the least tanky DK in the history of man. What is this guy thinking being here? Bonk says the Dawnbreaker. Bye says the team.
Middle barracks.
Holy crap.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle tower.
Rubik's a dragon!
Gross.
Awesome. Sadly, because this is this patch, they cannot actually get anything more done here, and it's time to leave.
Again, it's like you can't let Darkseer, Drow, Dawnbreaker happen. Drow is just completely protected.
Yeah. 26 damage on the Dawnbreaker, that's so nice.
This will provide.
Why did DK TP there? Like, why didn't he stop TP? At least. Very odd. Nearly a straight linear advantage. This game is getting so bad that the Rubik has a higher net worth than the Alchemist, which is usually horrific, but even like a support Alchemist not being the top net worth support when he's actively hitting creeps is pretty nuts. What's Reedy doing here? What the hell? Weird spot to be, just linking up with the team, I guess. Courier quick. Brought in an MKB. Okay. Just doesn't want to care about that Radiance anymore, I guess.
Yeah,
Yes.
kind of have to do that, or you're giving up a lot of efficiency.
True. I was wondering if that shark gave you True Strike. The answer is no.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's
This is
bottom
kind of like the good ending of like the Reedy team, really. It's like the biggest issue with the Reedy team this season is that they've had the largest disparity between their actual gameplay and their quality of draft, right? Like, they've just been picking the weirdest, worst stuff you can imagine,
Dire's middle
outplaying the other guys with it, and then losing anyway because they had like a completely unwinnable draft, right? Like that's almost the story of the season so far for Reedy team. So the first time here that we really see them come in with like a clean outdraft on the enemy team like this,
Dire's
pretty crazy. That's not appropriate, Nick. I'm going to be speaking to your mom about that. That statue caption, very unfortunate. DK picks up a hammer. Pretty close to his BKB. BKBs on him and Wraith King are going to be debuting in the next fight, and might actually make a lot of difference. Most of the scary things that the Dire have are indeed things that don't go through Magic Immunity. Oh my god, a Rubik Shrek. He's gonna die! Oh my god! He did die! That's so sad! Oh no!
Yeah,
And Drow, all that for the kind of crappy Drow shard. At least I can see. It's good for good for siege, and that's about it. You can just pop up like flying vision and long range in front of a tower and just siege on it. Which means that in this particular patch, it's actually God's gift to Drow Ranger. It will never be that again, but hey, you know. It was definitely one of these shards that they added to the game because they were thinking, oh, pro players are going to do something really funny with this, and it's like, you're not even getting that out of it, really.
Radiant are
Just
strong.
exists for, like, you know... Quick, name a really cool Drow player, Randy.
Yatoro.
Scanning.
It's put in the game for Yatoro to be like, oh, somebody's on the cliff, you know, trying to escape that way. Drow is sharp, bam, bam, bam. We're done. But even that hasn't really happened. It's just so niche. But the good news is that on the siege, it is actually awesome. You can just slap up a tower like here. Tower can't really get you. The enemy team has to commit super hard to actually, like, go. You're gonna try and go for a flanking maneuver here. They are missing Rubik. This is kind of a big deal. The Darkseer has himself a Lotus Orb, by the way. It's kind of appropriate if you think about it. Oh, Drow BKB.
My rating's dying to supports right now.
No, he won, don't worry.
Okay. So
But he's about to
not
die to
sure
Drow.
Drow,
Oh
but-
no, here comes the wall! That's the wall, brother!
I killed the lion, but why am I not happy?
Snapfire's gonna TP out, but hard to say that much good was gained from the whole experience. Darkseer also has himself a Shiva's Guard. She's had for a minute, I just haven't called it yet. Going for Grease next. Quick Drow, use your shard, it's literally what it's made for.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
No need.
Doesn't even need it.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen. Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
That's Megas.
maybe.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Yeah.
Man, again, they try to go on the drill. Look how much crap fell on top of Alchemist's head. The Wraith King comes in, he gets hammered with the his own stun.
Just as well.
3 buybacks. 3 buybacks, and then Nick calls GG. What the hell? What an
This
odd
shot
thing to
should not
do.
have been let through. I feel like.
Goodness. Oh, Reedy called GG. It's over.
No, Nick called GG first.
Yeah, that's true. I just like making the joke. Okay. Wow, that was just like, that was a crazy final fight. Even crazier, like, 3 people buy back and then Nick says GG. That was weird. What's going on this team? I don't know. Super uncompetitive. It's crazy. It looked like this is going to be one of these games where I was sitting here like, okay, so like Reedy has a super outdraft, but is going to fall apart in execution. The lane phase was rough as rough gets. And then they just stomp the hell out of the game. Like the second lane phase ends, it's just nothing but good things for the rest of the match. Really a great exposition of how bad this Wraith King into Drow Ranger matchup is. I mean, yeah, sure, it's great if you can like jump on Drow's head and like hit Q on her and get all your crits out and kill her in that time. Awesome. If you can't do that, you're food. That's as simple
No,
as it
it's
gets.
statistically bad for Drow, but this game in particular is like you let a Drow Ranger coexist with a Darkseer and a Dawnbreaker. I don't know. If
Even one of
the
those,
racing matchup is the problem.
even with the Rubik, it's still just super bad. Like if there's any saves on the Drow at all, it's just so horrible. And it's statistically bad, but I will absolutely die on the hill if it's like it's statistically bad except in organized games. Like in organized games, you're not going to get away with it. One of these guys gets through and you're not going to get away with it. Like the Rubik Shard makes that impossible. You're not banning the Rubik. You're not banning all these guys. It's super bad. It's just like a terrible matchup when everybody gets to actually pick and ban their own heroes. You know what I mean? Anyway. Yeah, the Wraith King was just food. The Dragon Knight was pretty much just food. It was just bad all over. Like, everybody just felt horrible into her. These fights were happening. And Drow Ranger's not even, like, farm. Drow Ranger does not even have, like, that much money in comparison to anybody else. I think that fight that happened around the T2, she wasn't even first place on the net worth chart yet. And she was killing Wraith King by the time her, like... Wraith King was dying before he had maximum stacks of her Ags on, right? Like, that's how fast it was happening. It was just horrible. What a nightmare. Let's see what happens next game.